All right, hockey fans, Ducks fans, here we go. The season has begun. It is finally here. I want to start off by saying, hey, it's been a few days since I've actually posted a video. Been really busy, looking for work and that kind of thing, job interviews, you name it. I've been looking to get out of what I've been doing for years and years and years, trying to start something new, along with YouTube as well. But so I've been pretty busy the last few days, but I wanted to get back in this. I didn't want to stop putting up some videos. I was doing one a day, so here we go. And I'm going to try to continue to keep doing that if I can. Obviously, with jobs, always kind of interfere with that. But the season has begun, everybody. It's finally here. Today is what? Wednesday, October 12th. And yesterday was the official start of the season, other than the global series that Nashville and San Jose played in, with Nashville won both games over there in Prague. But the season began last night. I watched the New York game. Man, what a great game that was. New York won that game 3-1 over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Zibanejad had 2 goals. Guy looked great. But man, both teams looked fantastic. Both goalies played really well. It was really nice to see watching hockey again, like regular season, not just preseason. But man, it was really good. So the other game that they had it was in the evening, was the Kings and Golden Knights. The Kings ended up losing that game at home 4-3. So in that game, just so everybody knows, the big guns were out in that game. Let me tell you. A 4-3 win for Vegas, but the Kings, Kaliev, Velarde, who's been playing really well for the Kings throughout the preseason, and Adrian Kempe all scored for the Kings. So basically, their big guns put the puck in the net. And then for Vegas, man, all their big guns, Marchessault, Eichel, Carlson, and Stone all scored for Vegas. 4 different goal scorers and all big names. They're big producing guys that they need, obviously, to be successful, putting goals in the net. So interesting to see. Jonathan Quick got peppered. Vegas put a bunch of shots on him. And that was, basically, he ended up getting, I think, one of the stars of the game, even though they lost. But Jonathan Quick played a pretty darn good game for the Kings. But anyways, those are your 2 games from yesterday. Today's the day. It is time to really get going in the NHL. We've got a bunch of games scheduled, 6 to be exact. So Boston and Caps, Jackets and Carolina. Carolina's my pick to go to the Cup. In the East, Jackets, Johnny Gaudreau. Toronto Maple Leafs and the Canadian teams going at it. John Tavares is going to start. Matt Murray is going to start for Toronto. So Toronto, that's good news for Toronto, right? Robertson, one of the younger cats that they had, I thought might make the team, got sent down. So interesting there. I thought he would make the team. He looked good in the preseason. Canadians, obviously, in Toronto. The Canadians, we'll see what happens there. I don't know. That's a whole different video right there about Montreal. But Leafs and Canadians are going at it. The Blackhawks and the Avs. Blackhawks, I don't think we've talked about it before. They're going to be down in the cellar of the NHL, down with the Arizonas. But the Avs obviously are predicted to go back to the Cup and possibly win it. We'll see what happens there. I don't think so. Okay, I think that's a really hard thing to do in general in the NHL to repeat. The Avs can do it, but I don't think they're going to. But they should raise the banner tonight for last year's Stanley Cup, so that's a good one to watch there. Canucks and Oilers, okay, another Canadian battle. Vancouver Canucks, Bruce Boudreau, let's see what they can do. Bruce Boudreau always has success in the regular season. Where he doesn't have success is in the postseason, right? So he was a coach for the Ducks, he was a coach for the Washington Capitals, and never could get deep in the playoffs and win something, So Vancouver, you're going to have a good season, regular season. I think you'll probably make the playoffs. You're going to squeeze in as a wild card, maybe third spot. Who knows? We'll see what happens, but definitely it's going to be all down to, can Boudreau carry that team further than just a first round or something like that. What else? Oh, and Ducks and Kraken. Okay, my Ducks and the Kraken going at it today as well. That's going to be at 7 Pacific, 8 Mountain time for me. Couple notable things I wanted to touch on. Slavkovsky is the number 1 pick in the draft here, is going to play for Montreal tonight. And Shane Wright, the number 4 pick, who thought he was going to go number 1, Shane Wright is going to play for the Seattle Kraken tonight. So they're going to make their debuts. Another notable news, Matthias Samuelsson. Okay, he's a defenseman. He is going to be, he re-signed with Buffalo, so he was going to be a restricted free agent at the end of this season. So he had 1 year left, but he was going to be restricted. He signed a 7-year deal worth $30 million to stay in Buffalo. So he's staying with Buffalo. Now, moving on to my team, the Ducks. Tonight, they're playing the Kraken. Look, the roster's set. We've got a couple guys on injured reserve, Urho Vakanainen and Sam Carrick. All right, but for the most part, the roster is set. I like what I see. The names on the roster, it's about what I expected. Pavel Regenda. Pavel Regenda is the big happy surprise. I'm so glad he made the team. He played so well in the preseason. So I'm very excited to see him. He did really well with Max Jones and Derek Grant. That line gelled and looked amazing. So let's hope that continues in the regular season and those 3 players really start to put the puck in the back of the net. I really like what Max Jones did as well. He's back. He missed almost all of last year, and he's back. He's feeling good. He's happy. So a healthy Max Jones, Pavel Regenda, and Derek Grant always plays well when he's a Duck. So those 3 right there are going to be a fun line to watch for sure. Trevor Zegras, he played the last preseason game, so that's good. He is obviously healthy and ready to go. So we'll have to see what Z comes up with this year, right? So hopefully he's responsible with the puck. Nothing crazy, but I want to see some crazy stuff too, and I want to see some that passes. He's got great vision on the ice. His hockey IQ is through the roof, and man, can he stick handle, and he does some crazy stuff. People, you gotta watch him. You gotta watch games just so you can see what Z's gonna do next. You know what I mean? So. I'm looking forward to seeing what Zegras can do. Obviously, Troy Terry's got to have another big year for the Ducks. I think he will, because he looks good in the preseason. He's developed his shot, and he's so sneaky and good with it that, and his confidence is through the roof. You know, just like last year we saw it. This year is going to be nothing but the same. So Troy Terry's going to be a fun one to watch as well. Other news, we claimed right winger Leeson off of waivers from the Capitals. I don't know if he's going to start tonight, but either way, we claimed him, right winger there. He wasn't part of our preseason anything, so we don't know. Ducks fans don't really know much about him and haven't seen him yet, so we'll see what happens there. Listen, Ducks got to have a strong start to the season, just like last year. Strong start. Last year we jumped out. We actually did so well. We were leading the division at one point before COVID and all the breaks kind of derailed us. So I think the Ducks are going to have to do another repeat of last year, have a strong start. Okay, if they're going to have any success this year, possibly make the playoffs, or at least come close, they've got to have a strong start to the season, just like last year. If we come out of the gate stumbling, hey, the NHL is too good. Teams are way too good to be able to make up ground if you get too far behind quickly. So, strong start to the season for the Ducks. I think we got this. We got a great team. Let's go Ducks. Okay. Hey, thanks for watching. Subscribe and like the video down below. I gotta get you guys to subscribe. Please go down there. Take a couple seconds. Subscribe to the video. It's going to help my channel grow. I really need that in a big way. So I'll continue to put up content as much as I can. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support. Love you guys. Go Ducks.